going on, y'all? Welcome to Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your home for the Detroit Lions sports news and rumors. I'm one half of the co-host. I'm Coach Mike Jones. You know how it is. I'm the Wolver Lion. And who I got to the side of me, man? What's your name? Speak your name, gangster.
Hey y'all, it's me.
LL Cool Torrance. And as y'all know, our man Curt still is out, man. I think this is his last day being out, man. So shout out, salute to Curt, man. You know how, hey man, he been needing that vacay, man. I need to take me one
Are you
real
sure?
soon.
I remember him saying something like he gonna get right back before the game, back before the next game or something.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
gone for a while. I don't
So
know.
you
Maybe I'm
know,
wrong.
yeah, actually he did. So tune in, man.
He take
Tune
them
in with us,
long
man.
vacays, baby.
Right? Hey, I'm jealous. Hey,
Right.
you need him when you need him, man. But we got to go over the recap of yesterday's game. Man, it was between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings, and man, real quick, LL.
Let's
I'm
look at them
going.
channel members. Let's look at them channel members, Coach
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do that real quick, man. If y'all don't know, there you go. T-Bone Locks, Lauren Vanner X. That's my hometown Port Huron native over there, man. John Martin, Kakayam, Kenneth Sable, James Willis, the Trim Reaper. Man. And then we got another slide because it's growing, man. Peace Seeker, Mr. Morale 313, Motown Mitch, and North End Ken checking back in, man, from the Detroit Lions on the proud days, man.
Hmm.
Salute to you, man. But real quick, man. Man. Let's just get over it. Let's just get into it, man. The recap of the game, man.
27-24 loss.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed, man. So I'm just, and you know what it is, man. And we agree with this off camera. Detroit Lions don't know how to handle a bye week
Don't seem like it.
at all. And I'm gonna be for real with you. Because if you go back, let's go back, right? Let's go back to the playoff game, right, against Washington in the playoffs.
Hmm.
They just didn't look right. And I know we can all be like, it's the injuries, it's the injuries. Yes
Mm-mm.
and no. Like
Mm-mm.
they just looked a little bit off their game, and that's a game that we should have won. You know what I'm saying? And then and that was a home game at Ford Field. You fast forward the clock. We have a week off. We have a bye week. We come back, and we just don't look the same. Um, I put up a poll on Twitter. Like, what do you think it is after these bye weeks, man? Do you think we chilling too much? Do you think it's just about getting back in rhythm? Is it something else, or is it just a mere coincidence? I mean, I'm just baffled by how we have such big games. Because Minnesota was a big game. It's the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Um, Washington was a big game. It was a playoff. Minnesota is a big game because it's a divisional game,
Hmm.
and we just didn't look. We didn't look horrible, but we didn't look
Yeah.
like the Detroit Lions.
That's the
So,
thing. It
what you
didn't.
got?
They wasn't necessarily the worst game. It just, they picked a bad time to have that kind of a game. Every reason why you say it, division home game coming off a bye week and you come out looking like that. I mean, well, they came out looking okay, and then it just kind of, it didn't really go anywhere from there. We dive into it a little bit deeper, but it wasn't the worst game. Like when we get into some of these numbers, it wasn't necessarily the worst game. I do believe. Well, because I had said when you had said injuries, I was like, nah, that ain't it. And I don't think they were just what I was saying last, excuse me, on the show on Saturday. think they was gonna come out playing like jumped up Jesus Palomino. That didn't happen. And but some of it, which Dan Campbell agreed with, was communication. I believe that kind of happened because Kirby Joseph wasn't there. So maybe, an injury
Mm,
did kind of hurt us. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing, and we can move on from here. But a lot of the things that I had thought and I was saying out loud, I had watched the Detroit Lions post game show with Lomas and the young lady. I don't remember her name, but
okay, I know.
and they actually played Dan Campbell's presser, and he pretty much said a lot of stuff that I was saying, like I said, just saying out loud and whatever thinking. Like I said, just like you said, sloppy. Well, if he didn't say that, but I know you for sure meant it because we said it beforehand. But sloppy game.
Right.
Um, and I forgot what else I had just said, but that's why I brought that up because you was like, man, oh, communication. That's what it was. It was a lot of communication on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line, like you seen Javon,
Mm,
like the double team not necessarily working as effective as it should. Maybe that was a communication thing, or maybe it was one of the Taylor Decker. I don't know. I don't. We get into
yeah.
a little bit
Well, you
deeper,
know
but
what?
yeah,
While you're on it, let's go on and get into the first topic of the day. You already kind of hitting on it, so we're just gonna go and throw it at them then real quick. The offensive recap, man. Like I
yeah,
said, it wasn't a horrible day, but it was. So I'm gonna let you go on and get to it, man.
yeah. Well, here's because I was looking for the penalty split, and I couldn't find it because that was one of the big things that stuck out. The broadcast kept calling it out, and that's one of the things that I kind of leads me to agree with the whole bye week theory. Is they didn't look that good as far as penalties, but the Vikings had five first downs from penalties, so that can kind of let us know where the penalties was at. But yeah, offensively wasn't necessarily the worst game. We didn't run it good at all. Only six. Where are we at?
Hell no.
Only 65 yards off 20 rushes on a 3.3 average. That is not good at all,
No.
especially not with the guys that we have. 305 total yards. We outgained them. Like you know what I'm saying. We outgained them. We had better yards per play. One of the worst things that happened, or one of the things that stick out as well, was third down, and that was 5 of 17. We know we only held them to 4 of 12, so they wasn't necessarily any better, but it is in a loss for us. Um, one turnover, a very unexpected fumble by my guy, Dave Montgomery. Just punched it out. I'm surprised they haven't been working on that, especially how much our defense punches the ball out. So that was a
Right.
little shocking. But yeah, as far as that run game, man, it didn't go as well. We found an even split or a different split this time. Dave Montgomery with 11 carries, Jameer Gibbs with 9 carries. Dave Montgomery with the touchdown, but it just didn't look the same. We called it out. We said they was resting up their big boys to get put on skates, and it sounds like they heard that, and they put on they not skates, whatever the fuck is the opposite of a skate. That's what they put on. Because the interior, their defensive line had a very good game, and that's one thing that I will say. As much as we want to say the offense didn't look good or this or that or whatever it is, the other team was out there too. So I believe I'll do some of that. Brian Flores' defense actually was effective this time around. I believe we saw that more than often, and I believe that that's we not to say it that way because that's like we only did it because we allowed you to. I think some of our issues played into their defense, affected us more than what it should have. So let me catch me up if I miss anything, Coach Michael. What you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a boss up, man. Because everything you said was true. One thing I didn't like you said, was the 20 carry split. Like, we had 42 passes because Goff got sacked 5 times. Offensive line, y'all's on some bullshit. Um, but Goff got sacked 5 times, but he also dropped back 42 times. So it was 42 passes to 20 runs. That ain't gonna get it. That is not gonna get it. For that come on, man. 42 passes and 20 runs. And we was in a 3-point game, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, I I know um I hate to do like to try to blame it on Johnny Moe, but I think we got to go back to David Montgomery establishing himself first, and then Jahmyr Gibbs. He kept saying like in the offseason he wanted to get Jahmyr Gibbs in more of the passing game, right? So why can't you go split back sets with
I
Montgomery
like
in the
it. I
back
like it.
as the running back and Gibbs split out as a slot receiver? You know what I'm saying? And you can even have the outside dudes blocked down and then him go around on the wheel route or something like you know what I'm saying? Or like a you know what I'm saying? I mean
Well,
not
the only way that I would object to that is because as I put in the chat and I put on Twitter, Johnny Morton, his new nickname is Best Buy. I've said this before, but nickname is Best Buy with all them goddamn screens. That's
yeah.
you put them two out there. I feel like it may be too high of a chance that he want to throw a screen at Jameer Gibbs. I don't like that. I don't never want to see another screen this year. And I don't care. I know
Yeah.
that's maybe that's gonna sound foolish, but I'm sick of it. I'm tired
I
of it.
mean
No more screens, Johnny Morton.
I'm not opposed to the screen. I think especially only reason why you throw the screens if the pass rush is getting to you. I mean, if the pass rush is getting to you,
And
you
the
kind of
screens
want
weren't effective, and they, you know what I'm saying, just stop. Let's find something else. Like there's other ways to beat a blitz.
right, right. Yeah, man. But I mean, other than that, the offensive line, uh, like, like man, and my buddy, Doug Prince, man, I know you watching. He was like, man, we got to find a new center. He said he messaged me, during the game, like, we got to find a new center, man. And, uh, I'm not one to throw out rash things like that, but dang,
Here,
you know what
here's
I'm
one
saying?
thing. Here's one thing. I like to share real quick because there's been a lot of trade rumors flying around, and I don't think it's gonna be no trade or whatever it is. But here's one that I heard, and I think it could happen for all of the reasons why Brad Holmes does things. But um, shout out to Dosa Dion. This is the first person I heard say it, but he said the Lions should call for Zeitler, call Tennessee. Tennessee's, season been over. That ain't really gonna do nothing if he stay there, at least for, football's sake. So maybe that should be a phone call. You said we need a new center. Maybe there should be a phone call placed to, maybe see what Kevin Zeitler got going on.
Yeah, but Zyler don't play center though. He play guard.
Right, but I'm just saying offensive line help because somebody got hurt. I didn't know
Yeah.
if you was gonna mention that or not, but
No, I was kind of waiting on you. So I'll let you go and mention the man. It's your segment.
well, yeah, well, I guess if you don't have anything other than we can move on after this. Yeah, offensive line got beat up some. We saw Taylor, or yeah, what's the boy name?
Tate.
Tate Ratledge Taylor. Who is that person? I feel like I say that a lot, but Tate Ratledge missed some time and he came right back though. But what's the name? Or Big Strebo. It looks like his injury is gonna be it is a whole lot more serious. Again, I heard it right out of Dan Campbell's mouth. He said it's gonna be a while. I think he said a long time or something like that. But just to
Yeah.
be specific, but he didn't say like it in a way. I forget the exact term that he used. He didn't say like it doesn't seem season ending as it sounds
Right.
from him, but it's gonna be a few weeks. I think he said like the end of December. So there's that. So that's a reason why you want to call for a guard,
Right.
unless they have faith in Awasika or Tristan Cologne. So we shall see.
Yeah. That's a big hit blow, man. Is your boy Big Strebo, man, going down, man. Ooh. Hold on, we prayers up to Christian Mahogany, man. We
Right.
hope that everything is good, man, and hopefully it's not season ending, man, and hopefully he comes back stronger than ever, man. Um, man, But the Boss Up Ball Out podcast is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is the all natural brain boosting energy drink, man. It's the alternative to coffee. Uh, as you know, it might cost you like $1 and some change per can, man. But for people who have type 2 diabetes and stuff like that, man, or if you just don't like coffee, you can get some of that W, man. Check it out, man. And I forgot what he said. He said, "Power your way with W." I did pretty good right there, man. But let's go on over, man, to the defensive recap for the game. Um, you know what? If you just looking at it, man, we couldn't stop the run. I don't know what it was, but we just was not there because JJ McCarthy was 14 to 25 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. So he really he made plays. He only made the plays that he had to make. It seemed like JJ like
I
he
don't.
like
You said that like that's nothing. Like
no,
he
but
made the
I'm
play
saying
that he
like the
had to
end.
make.
No, what I'm saying is he had 9 incompletions. No, he had 11 incompletions, and he had 14 completions. So, and he only had 143 yards. So JJ just made the plays. Like he didn't do the in between time plays. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of third downs. A lot, you know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like
that's
he had,
worse.
yeah, I know it is, but it wasn't like he didn't have like the game where he did what he had to do when he had to do it, and I'm kind of mad about it. So for everybody on Twitter that was like, JJ's coming back to Michigan, um, you should smack yourself in the
Let's just
face
say.
real hard
Let's just
with
say
a
we was
brick,
wrong.
and hopefully, no, never mind. I'm not gonna go that far, in, but I just didn't like all the JJ love that he was getting on Twitter before the game. Like he's coming back to me. I didn't like that. But anyway, let me move on,
Mm-hmm.
man. Aaron Jones, like that man, he found a new life. Like he that was the Green Bay Aaron Jones. That run game, man, was hidden. They had let me go on and
I can help you. I can help you.
bring it up real
What you
quick.
looking for? What you
The
looking for?
total rush yard.
142 rushing yards off 29 attempts. But let me look at their split right quick.
Yeah. I believe that's like 4 point something yards per carry.
I just wanted to see
Um,
because I know JJ McCarthy had a few had a few rushes,
yeah,
but
yeah. I think he had nine.
he had nine
Yeah,
for 12. So if you take that away, it's 20 rushes for 130 yards. That still is
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. That makes it a little bit even worse.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, but we just couldn't stop the run, man. That was basically that's working in their favor. You know what I'm saying? When you are planning on offense and you got basically a rookie quarterback in his third game, right? The split, right? We had 42 passes to 20 rushes. They had 25 passes to
29 rushes.
29 rushes. Like
But
that's the split that we look for. That's that I always mention the split, right? And that's right. That's what it did, man. But let's get on to the guys, man, who actually who had a decent game on defense, man. Terry Arnold with the pick. You
first
know,
career.
that we get at a boss up, man, because you
Hmm.
know what, and I know I'm a little critical, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. After we lose, I'm like that. I pick stuff apart. Okay, Terry Arnold was a little too happy in his interviews. It was almost like, well, I had a good game. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. I didn't
Like,
even
I
though I
don't know.
didn't
Did
see
you
it,
did you
but
see it?
I didn't.
Look at the interview where he's smiling. Yeah. I'm like, Man, but
I
we
don't want to
lost.
see that. I don't want to see
Yeah,
that
go
because I
go
know
look at it.
then I'm
No,
probably
go
gonna
look.
see a clip of him
What
on this
else?
podcast talking about it. And that's just
No,
gonna
no,
make me even
I'm
more
talking about,
mad.
interviews, like
No,
when
no, no.
he
I get what you're
interviewed
saying. I'm just saying,
player
but if
interviews.
he that happy, it's gonna carry over to his podcast.
Yeah, yeah, but look at the player interviews, man. I don't like that too much, man. Anzalone has 7 tackles, 3 solo. He had a pass defense, a QB hit, but I feel like he was a little bit off too, man. Like he wasn't like hitting, like he was like a half a step behind.
He took a couple bad angles.
Yeah, yeah. Brian Branch. It was good to see Brian Branch back. You know, that B2 bomber, as you say, man. Jack Campbell, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Yeah. They had good games, man. They had decent games, man. But it just felt like Minnesota was able to do just enough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They didn't do a whole lot, but they did just enough to
Like you
to
said, they made the play.
yeah, yeah. And I just felt like, man, I'm just not happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna say a whole lot of positive nothing, because I'm just not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no joy that comes out of me from this loss, especially when we look how we looking, like we just like, oh, like we can't stop the run.
Right.
Like we the fourth best run stopping team in the NFL.
And with a team that has struggled with the run and all this other stuff, like I hadn't even been thinking because you look at what's going on in Indianapolis, like because a couple of the offensive linemen that they signed came from over there. So I was thinking
Right.
like, they pushing everybody around over there. So I'm like, all right, well I see why they get rid of them guys, and it's like they read my thoughts or something because the guys who they got, like their whole offensive line stepped up this week. So mm,
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, they were like 24th or 25th or 26th or something like that in stopping the run. And they stopped the run. So that should tell you right there. Numbers don't mean ish. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Because they stopped the run, we couldn't stop the run. And the numbers say otherwise. So just to wrap this up, actually, Jack Campbell had 9 tackles, 6 solos, 1 sack. Because we did now we was on JJ's head because we did have 5 sacks this game. Okay,
yeah,
we had 5 sacks. Okay, Jack Campbell had one. Aiden Hutchinson had one. Aiden Hudson also got called for that penalty, man, when he tried to trip JJ, man. Aiden Hudson, a competitor, man. I give that man credit, man. He won him bad. Derek
was that a
Barnes.
trip? Like he kicked him in the thigh. That ain't no trip.
I mean, it. I
I
mean,
know they
yeah,
called it tripping, but
yeah. I mean, the NFL, they pick and choose. You know how they pick and choose, man. Tyler Lacey had a sack. Um, Talik Williams had a, no, not Talik Williams. Forgot who else had a sack in here.
AQM if you didn't say that already.
No, yep, Al-Qadim Muhammad had a sack. So we was on JJ's head. I mean, it's just that somehow, maybe that Michigan thing, man, that running that pro offense for Jim, maybe that kind of got him, kind of ready, man, because he was for some odd reason he was able. We had him under pressure. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't have good numbers, but he was just somehow able to make. I just don't like it.
He just
I
made
don't
the
like it.
play. And he made the
Yeah,
third
he
down
did.
throw.
He did, man. He
On
did.
some of them third downs, they got bailed out by penalties. I said that earlier. What I said, I couldn't find the offensive and defensive splits on the penalties, but out of what they was 4 for 12 on third down, and I don't know how this factors into that, but they got 5 first downs from penalties. So
Right.
let that, you know what I'm saying, the defense necessarily wasn't, you know what I'm saying, and he, you know, I get what you were saying, like in a roundabout way. He didn't necessarily do anything for real. He just did what he was supposed to do, which is a lot in a way. But even when you factor in just that right there, like I said, 4 for 12 on third down, and then 5 first downs from penalty. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
man.
that tells the story of it right there, honestly.
Yeah, it does, man. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, help us get this content out to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Um, I'm kind of in down spirits, man, but I can't help it, man. But you know what, man? Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Do that, man. And also check out that Boss Up, Ball Out merch shop. The link is in the description. You get 10% off an order of 40, I think it's $40 or more.
45, I
Um,
think.
$45 or more. And if you become a channel member, you pay that little $2.99 for the membership fee, man. You get 15% off your total order, man. So that could mean how much ever it is, it's 15% off. You ain't gotta have no certain limit for that, man. And you get special emojis in the live chats. You get your free channel member, your video, man, from us, man. And we're working on some other things, man, that we're bringing to you, man. So become a member. Like I said, it's only $2.99. I'm sure you probably got that somewhere in your car, man. Go on and
Hmm.
grab that up. You know what I'm saying? And couple them quarters out, man, and become a channel member. Um, yeah, man, it helps to grow this show, man. So I'm about to we about to bring up the last little thing, and real quick, and that's the special teams. Um, you know what? The special teams it didn't start off good, and then it didn't end good. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't really much in between there, but that opening kickoff they got, or not it's not the first because we got the ball first, but
Well, their opening kickoff.
the first kickoff they got, man, I don't know. I think he ran it back to like the 50 or so, or something crazy like that, man. Like
Yeah, it was like a 60-something yard return.
yeah, like that. That just wasn't good, man. On special teams, man. And then everything was like, then it kind of died down, and then lo and behold, they blocked the kick. Um, now I don't know if it was because Jake Bates kicked it too low, or because I know they said he kind of kicked a little low, but also you seen the big meat hooks up there. You know what I'm saying? That just jumped up and knocked it down, man. But that's the difference in the game. I mean,
Yeah. Block a field
I
goal,
mean,
3 point loss.
of course there are other mistakes that happen in the game that led up to that, but also another mistake in the game is the block kick. Um, that we can't just give it away to being coincidental. Oh, they just happened to block the kick. No, there were some things that happened in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work with the O line too, and we always say if the O lineman is doing like this, you know what I'm saying? Hit him.
D line, man, you say. I mean, you mean.
Yeah, yeah. If the D lineman is like this, O line, hit him right here. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Right there, and then bring them hands down. You know what I'm saying? You, ooh, okay, I'm bring them hands down. I mean, and I know that's not all to it, man, but that is just a little something, man. Like you gotta keep them hands down, man, and that basically, y'all. I know in field goal block, you swing, you opening the gate, right? You're getting wide in your stance, and you're trying to take as much space as possible because you're trying to just give him the few seconds that he need to kick the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the concept. Say hut, you get wide, you spread out, you make it so the edge got to go a little bit farther around, and then hopefully the ball's going by then, and that's what you do, man. But I feel like You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, man, you see them big ass arms, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me put these arms down
Hmm.
real quick. You know what I'm saying? But what's your
Do-
thoughts, LL, on special teams recap, man?
I don't have any. Do we have any boss up, ball out players in this game?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Actually,
Let's get
we
to that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna let you give yours, and then I give mine.
Offensively, Sam
Yeah.
Laporta, and that's it. And then defensively, um, I don't know, man. I kind of want to say Jack Campbell because he was, but I don't know. I don't know who I would say. All I got is who I said. All I got is Sam Laporta as my boss up player of the game. Who you got?
Okay. You probably not gonna like this because I know how you feeling about him. But offensively, besides Sam Laporta, you know what I'm saying, I probably would have threw it on him too, man. But shit, Jared Goff. Because you look at Jared Goff, he's 25 for 37, 284 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. He got sacked 5 times, but he still had a 108.4 QB rating. Um, he's a guy who, and it was on display. It was that remain calm through all the storms. Like he did that, man. He did that, man.
If you say so. Uh-huh.
He did. He did. He didn't get that thing away like you be saying.
Nah,
He
he
didn't get
didn't.
that thing away. Um, my excuse me, my boss up defensive player of the game, Derek Barnes. Um, Derek Barnes, man, because out of his 5 tackles, 4 of them was solo. You know what I'm saying? So he was in there. Plus he had the sack. So Derek Barnes is my boss up ball on or boss up player of the game. My balled on player of the game, I'm gonna have to give it to Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, 9 carries for 25 yards, 2.8 yards a carry. We hate to, I know we love to get Jahmyr Gibbs over here, but I'm gonna keep it 100. You had 9 carries for 25 yards, bruh. 2.8 yard average per carry. Your longest rush of the game was 7 yards.
I don't disagree, but too bad he can't block for himself. And that's my ball on player of the game is I got two of
Well,
them, and they
hold on
pretty much.
one
Oh, go
one
ahead, go
second
ahead,
too. One
go
one
ahead.
second too. My last little point is because of that sack that he gave up to Jared. He like kind of like because when Montgomery came
Yeah,
in, Montgomery put his whole body in front of the dude. Jameer Gibbs kind of and then like you know what I'm saying, like nah, I don't like that, bro. So that's the reason why I
yeah,
gave him also
I
ball don't
agree.
play the game.
Like I said, I didn't. I said I didn't. I don't disagree. But just as far as you was talking about his production, I can't necessarily blame him for that. And that's my ball on players of the game is one of them ain't even well, it's a bunch of players. Is that's the offensive line, and then Johnny Morton. I told you, you only get so many times to lie to me before you a liar, and you're a low down, filthy, silver tongue, evil hating, evil loving liar to me now, Johnny Morton. So
Hey, fair enough, man. I didn't I didn't like I said I didn't like that 42-20 split, man. So I'm with you on that, man. Um, one last thing that you got to do before you get out of here, man. And you know what that is, right? You know what that is, right? Follow the crew, man. Check us out, man. LL, he be, he prep up for his Thursdays, man. He prep up for all week for that. So,
hmm
yeah. Curt still check him out on all his social media pages. You can check me out, Wolverine Sports Talk on YouTube, Wolverine on all my social media, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, before, man, just follow us, man. Follow the crew, man. We don't just put the slide up here just to be putting stuff up there, man. Follow us. But final thoughts, man,
hmm
LL, on this It's hard to deal with Monday. I'm one of the ones who take the losses hard, especially when they be losses that you just like. We should have won that game. But
Right.
what's your final thoughts on this game, LL? Before we get up out of here.
It ain't necessarily his fault, but I'm tired of hearing Dan Campbell say I didn't have him ready because that could be the absolute truth. And I'm just tired of hearing it. Like I said, it ain't all his fault because it ain't necessarily his fault that his players seem to do that after bye weeks. We used to come out on fire after bye weeks, and I don't know what the hell happened. But yeah, so I don't know if that's his fault or not. Maybe I should say it that way. I don't know if that's his fault or not, but I'm personally getting tired of hearing that part. But overall, I didn't think it was a very bad game. It just happened how it happened. Like you said, JJ McCarthy made plays. Penalties also happened, like very untimely penalties. And the final, what I should have said first, and I'll leave it. This is my last thing I'll say, other than Happy Monday and have a great rest of your week. But and safe and peace travels to my dog Curt. Make
Yes,
it back
sir.
safe and on
Yes,
time
sir,
and all
Curt.
that stuff. But and I forgot. Oh wait, hold on. And that is yeah, I forgot. But yeah, have a great
Yeah.
rest of your week.
Yeah. You know what? The final thoughts for me is, man, is we had an opportunity to become first place in the NFC North because Green Bay lost yesterday to Carolina, and we didn't win the game. You know what I'm saying? And we was at home, and we had an opportunity to climb to the first place in the NFC North, and we blew it. So I'm
I
just
remember
gonna
what I
leave
was
it.
gonna say. If you'll let me say it,
Oh yeah,
is I
go
was gonna
ahead,
say
go ahead.
was I was wrong. We was wrong. I feel like that's what I was gonna say. Is it felt like we all underestimated that team, and that's what it looked like. They came out. They didn't play hard as they wanted to, or they should have had, and all of that. So it didn't seem like it. Rather, so they played harder than us. So
Yeah,
I was personally wrong because I had a unright level of confidence about this game.
yeah. Like I said, man, that's something to do with that bye week, man. They gotta change that formula. But hey, thank you for tuning in to the show. Uh, the Wolverine Coach Mike Jones, LL Cool Torrance, Curt Steele will be back very soon, man. Um, like I said, man, don't let it ruin your whole day. You know what I'm saying? I be getting like in a little festive mood when I start thinking about what happened
Hmm.
in the game. But man, hey, start off your week good, man. Positive, man. Be happy. It's the first work day of the week, man. Go in there. I know you're not gonna go in there, with your lion's chest out like that, man. But go in there, be positive, be happy.
Going
You
there
know what
walking
I'm
like
saying?
D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, yeah, D-Lo. But hey, you know what you gotta do for us, man. Whatever you do in life, you gotta oh stupid. You gotta boss up, ball out, and be the best you can possibly be. For your man Curt Steele, who is not here, Coach Mike Jones, LL Cool Torrance, we'll holla at you real soon.